Hi, I'm Mark from ablepaws.co.uk, and in this video we're going to take a look at pet steps. We're going to have a look at what makes a good set of steps, the different types of steps that you can purchase, and how you go about choosing the best steps for your pet and your particular circumstances. So let's get on, let's take a look. So how do you go about choosing the right pet steps for your particular pet and your circumstances? So there are a lot of factors to take into consideration. So the first thing that you need to consider is the height of the item that you're trying to get up onto. So the sofa or the bed that you're going to use the pet steps on. So always measure before you purchase your pet steps the height that you need. Just a tape measure there, so you can see I have 40 centimetre sofa here. So these pet steps that I have here are 30 centimetres, so that last step would be up onto the sofa, so that's absolutely fine. These are actually 40 centimetres, so they go nice and level with the surface. And then these are 47 centimetres, these hard pet steps here. So that's actually going to be a little bit high for this sofa here, but this would probably be more ideal for going into the back of a car, for example. So when you've got the right height, you then need to consider the different types of steps that you can purchase. So as you can see here, we have 3 different types of pet steps. We've got these box ones, we've got foam ones. These aren't actually steps, they're kind of a hybrid between a step and a ramp. And also you have these foldable steps as well. So which one is best for your pet? There's a video review of each one of these individual pet steps that you can go and take a look at. There's a link in the description below this video, but I'll just go over some of the advantage and disadvantages of each type of step. So these wooden steps, for example, what I really like about them and the pros of these steps is that they have storage. So you can see here, we've got some toys in here, which is a really ideal space-saving feature. The other nice feature about these steps and why my Maltese really found these the best steps out of all 3 is these really nice wide steps. So if we measure the depth of that step, you've got 25 centimetres. If you measure the depth of this step, for example, you've only got 15 centimetres. And she found this as a small dog that is blind. She found these steps quite hard to navigate. She found these steps very easy to navigate because there was a platform that she could stop on, sit down and take her time and then move up to the next step. So really impressed with these steps. They do market these box steps as being foldable, but to dismantle them, you will need to remove screws, and I don't think that's really practical. But would you want to dismantle them when you're using them as storage? Probably not. So I really do like these steps. These are the Core pet steps, and as I said, there's a link in the description below this video to a full review of those steps. These cross between a ramp and a step. They're foam, they're memory foam, and as you can see, it really is high density, so there's no worry about these giving or sagging. And the great thing about these steps is the fact that you can take this cover off and wash it, which is a really nice feature. You can't do that with these, and naturally you don't need to do that with the hard steps. These can just be wiped down, easily wiped down. You do get a lint roller with these steps as well, so you can just roll over. The only disadvantage that I could find with these steps is the fact that it's quite difficult to get the cover on and off. There is a zip that you can unzip and take it off, but I do have my doubts. As you can see there, the zip is starting to come apart there. Actually, that just needed doing up actually, but yeah, so that's another thing to consider. Are you going to be taking this cover off once a week to wash it? Is the zip going to last? The other great thing about all of these pet steps is they do have a non-slip base, and that's really important if you've got a shiny floor like I have here, so a tiled floor, a laminate floor. You don't want those pet steps sliding away from the sofa or the bed when the dog gets up or the pet gets up onto that last step, kicks back. You don't want that sliding away. So with these foam steps, you have these little rubber paws here, which give really good grip onto the shiny surface. And you have the same on these wooden steps as well. So there's lots of little rubber dots there that stops these from sliding. On the harder steps, in terms of the non-slip, you have these little rubber feet, but I have found that they do pop off occasionally. They haven't stuck on properly and you can end up losing them. So I do prefer the bases on these 2 pet steps in terms of their non-slip ability. So as I said, the advantages of the hard or plastic pet steps is the fact that they fold flat. So you can just simply press these 2 buttons here and it folds down for reduced storage. That can be put down the side of a cupboard or put into your car as well. Talking about cars, you're not going to want to put these out on your driveway on the back of your car. They're going to get dirty. This one you could probably use to get into the back of a car because it's a hard, it can just be washed down. But again, you are probably going to lose these little rubber feet, which just are self-adhesive pads which go onto the bottom. So that's pretty much it in terms of these pet steps. The other thing that you might want to consider is the colours that they become available in. So this, for example, comes in 4 different colours. These come in 2 colours. This only comes in 2 colours. So this will come in a black. These plastic ones are black and a beige. You can get a nice pink and a nice blue on these ones. So that's another consideration if you want these to fit in with your decor as well. In terms of stability, they are all pretty stable. The one that I find moves the most, and my Maltese, she found a little bit tricky at first until she got used to it, was the foam. So there is a little bit of movement there in the material and also in the pet steps themselves. These hard ones are much more stable. So that is it. That's basically the 3 types of pet steps that you can get. Naturally, there's variations. So for example, on these box ones, you can actually get steps which have a hole here with a little house that your pet, your cat or your dog can go into. But these are generally the 3 types of pet steps that you can use inside your house. I will have another video which covers pet steps and ramps that you can use outside to get into the back of your car. There'll be a link again in the description below this video. So I hope you could see there that there is a wide range of steps, pet steps that you can buy that will suit your particular circumstances. So we did talk about the height of these 2 pet steps, for example. One thing I didn't mention was the fact that you can buy these, both these steps actually, in a 2-step or a 4-step. So you can go higher and lower with both these. These particular plastic ones from Easy Pet, they are fixed. That is the height. They're 47 centimeters. You can get a 30, a 40 and a 50 centimeter on both of these 2 pet steps. So you can get the exact height that you need for your particular circumstances. In terms of value, they're all great value really. These Easy Pet come in at around £30. The foam and the wooden ones are a little bit more, but really they're all really good value and good quality pet steps. So I hope you found this video useful, this guide to pet steps. If you did, could I please ask that you click that thumbs up button below this video, and why not click that subscribe button as well so you get notifications of any future videos that I do. There's plenty of links in the description below this video to guides and how to teach your pet to use the pet steps. There's also individual reviews of the pet steps that we've used here in this guide. So head on over to the ablepaws.co.uk website for more great reviews and articles and great pet products to help keep your pet on the move and able.